All right, y'all. We're getting close to 20, so may as well get started here. What's up? How's everybody doing? I think we're at 18. That's close enough for now. But hope everybody's doing good on this fine Monday. I'm a little sunburnt from the weekend. Sat on the beach yesterday with the wife for Mother's Day and got a little bit toasted. Anyway, hope everybody had a good weekend. I didn't get to fly, so I might be a little bit edgy. But I did fly last Wednesday, which was good. But got a good show set up for today. But let's do the usual and get the questions answered here in the beginning, like we always do. So if anybody's got any questions, I know somebody that has been on here. KB was asking me questions. He had a good question, and we'll get to that in a minute. KB, don't forget to ask. Go ahead and type it in there, and then I'll put it up there for everybody to see. So he was asking about the elevator fix, but I want to make sure to shout out the members first, because we've got a few members of the channel that are helping support my channel, which I very much appreciate. So let's start from who's the person that started first was Mr. Mike SSI back in the days. Joe Pellegrino, Mr. Eric Falver, George Watts, the ever so popular Mr. Pilot Ryan Media. Then we got the other ever so popular Mr. GB Lindens RC, which is very cool of you to join. For both of you guys to join, I much appreciate it. Ghost RC George Pryor, another fellow Californian. I need to get out there and fly with you sometimes. Way down there in SoCal. Mr. FPV Everything in New Mexico. Don't know about getting out there, but we'll see. And then Dexter Tucker. So thanks you guys for supporting the channel. Very much appreciated. And let's get to see who else is in here. You guys got the chat going early today. So Sean Lindsay, who's the president over at RC Unlimited in Oakdale. Thanks for being there. Then Mr. Shadow Ops, Mr. the Fred Barron. We got Don Shack. What's happening? I've never seen you in here before, but thanks for coming by. Mr. Nate Kugel, or as my car says, Nate Cowgow. It says weird stuff whenever Siri's talking. Jeff and Laura, Alabama. KBRC, who we'll be getting to in a little bit. Boss223. Mr. David Schneider, thanks for coming by and chatting with us before you got a crash. Who else? Mr. Andy Cho, what's up? Jeff and Laura, Alabama. JT200 driver. Gav Street from all the way over there in Florida, what's up? Alan Gentry. Of course, Mr. Flower Frank, who will be our guest in a little bit. Hangar 51, Kenny, what's up? And that's it for now. But Don Shack, you will be made a moderator. Thank you for coming by and talking to us. Please be sure to keep chatting with all of us up in here. Pete Lane, what's happening? So Mr. KB had a very good question. This is something that we've been talking about off and on. He put a the elevator fix. So he put a question up on a video that I posted a while ago. I posted a video of my E-Flight F-18. I knew I had a couple friends who lost their plane. Frank was one of them, who lost their plane due to elevator failure. They have a funky little slot that they use on the elevator for it's like a slide. So the servo moves and then it slides up and down. And if you pull too many G's or do something wrong and the airframe flexes, it pops out. So I decided to use a little ball link. So the way that I did it was just using stuff that was already there. I had some ball links from an old surface, from my F5, from an old control surface. And what do you know? That ball link happened to be the right size. So Joe Pellegrino, so your stuff should have been delivered today. So I took a pin vise, which is a little small hand drill, and I took a I don't know what sizes the drill bits are, but I took a drill bit that was smaller than the screw, and I just used them by put the screw over the drill bit to make sure that the drill bit was smaller. So I used that drill bit just to make a pilot hole through the center, the very center of that little nub that's on the servo arm, and then went through the center of that. That's like a pilot hole to make sure that when you screw something in, it's not going to crack it. So then I got the screw and I screwed that in along with a little ball link, and it went through, and it actually tapped itself, and it worked, and it's held itself in place for almost 2 years. So no, I don't have a size, but you have to make sure that if you have a little pin vise, I don't have it in here either. If you have a little pin vise, you make sure that the drill bit is smaller than the, dang squirrels, is smaller than the screw that you're going to use, and then it will work. And you know, if I have to do another video showing you how I did it exactly, I can do that. But there's a couple different ways to do it. That's one way. That's the easiest way that I did it. What's up, Jay? I see you. He did it his way too. Jay Bertolucci, he flies with me at with both Frank and I at and Nate at Livermore. So hopefully that helped. I don't have a drill bit here, but the key to it is using a drill bit that's smaller than the screw you're going to use, because it's just a pilot hole. You want it to be close to the size that you're going to use, but you know, not quite as big. But anyway, so let's see. What other questions? Any other questions in here? And if not, then we'll just get right to it, because I've got no, I didn't. That's a good question too. RC Air Marshal, no, I didn't. So basically what I did was I tightened the screw down almost as tight as it would go, but I went down just enough to let the ball link roll, so that the ball link will move, so that if it slides out onto the ball link itself, it won't get jammed up, it'll roll. And it hasn't moved. I haven't moved it for almost 2 years, and I check them every time I go to fly, and the screws have not backed out at all. So it's been pretty good. All right, so I'll see if I can do it, or I'll just pull parts out so you can see. I don't have any of my flight box or anything in here with me today, so I can't pull it out and show you. But I will get that something out and show you later. All my shipping stuff showing. What was that? Okay, cool. All right. So, any other questions before we get going? Yeah, the Dremel does come with some small screws. I used everything I did by hand. I used the a pin vise, which is a small hand-operated drill. That's probably the easiest way to do it. The ball links I use here. Let me get I'll get a link for the ball links that I use. I got them basically. I had a piece, couple pieces from the F5, from a crashed F5. So I took the ball links off of that and made it work. I'll just pull those up real quick, and I'll send it to you, because you can get the ball links separate if you want. Spring print. I think you can. I think so. Possibly, maybe. Well, I don't know. Maybe you can't. You have to go into the spare parts section, but let's see. Pull it open, and then we'll get to my special guest. Yeah, I'll have to find it. Let me see if I can find the parts. Oh, gosh. It's hardware. There's anything. Screws. Anyway, it's ball links. I can find them, and I can send it to you some other time. I'll do something later. Oh, okay, so that's it. So if you got the ball links, you're good. The most important thing, find a pin vise. Just type in pin vise. You'll see what it is. It's a little small hand drill with a really small drill bit. Once you get those screws, you'll see the screws. It should come with the screws too. And then we can, you should be able to do it from there. But let's see if we got any other questions coming on. Yeah, Jeff Adams, they come in 2 sizes. And again, like I said, I took them off of stuff that I had. They had little, what do they call them? Lock nuts on them on the end, but I didn't need those because it was actually the perfect length. Went right through, stopped, and then they didn't move. But the ones for the F5, so I don't know. There's different, whatever those sizes are. I think I can figure that out. But again, I can find that stuff later. Let's see here. Oh, wait, where's the other question? Let me see. Where's another one? So it didn't have to cut off. No, there's no piece that sticks out. Nope, nothing at all. The screw went straight through and there was nothing left. Okay. But I think I can do a video again showing what it was that I did. It's pretty easy. Pretty easy to do. Let's see. Trying to rehinge the arrows Bearcat. So there's, well, what do you know? I've got Blenderm right here. One of the ways you can do that is with Blenderm. Did I do a video showing how I did that? I don't know if I did. Another way is with, you can use the actual hinges, pull it off, make a cut, put the hinges in. I don't think that's necessary for foam. What I do is I'll use Blenderm and make a new hinge line. Put everything back together the way it's supposed to go. Move it one, deflect it all one way, put the tape down, put it in place, move it and deflect it the other way, put the other tape on the other side, and you've got a new hinge. Or you take little dabs of hot glue and you can make a hinge that way too. You know who does that? Who shows you how to do that? Flight Test. Look up Flight Test. They'll show you how to do a hinge. Either one of those ways. But yeah. KB, I'll have to show you. Maybe I'll pull up the plane one of these other times and show you. I don't think we can do it right now, but I'll show you later. I don't think we've got any other questions, and if not, we can get to them later, but I'd like to bring on a special guest. I think I've talked about him a few times in some of the chats we've had. Nate and I have been flying a lot together as of late, but back in the day, starting in about 2010, this dude right here is the guy that we used to fly like madmen every weekend. Sometimes both days on the weekend.
Good times.
Me and Frank, David, Jason, Kazra, Carl, a few other people. But this is my good friend, Frank Mokaya. Everybody give him a nice warm welcome with some emojis if you don't mind. But this is my formation buddy, as I've called him several times. But what's up, Frank? How you doing? How's your weekend?
Man, it's good, For the people who don't know, I'm a new dad, so I get to flying when I can. What's up, Andy? And yeah, so far so good. I bring my young little man out with me into the garage when I can't go, but look forward to seeing these guys out. Ray, Nate, Jay, so much fun. But so far so good, Ray. So far so good.
Cool.
Yeah, buddy.
So yeah, so let me see. I was going to show a couple pictures from back in the days from when Frank and I were,
Oh, like 2010.
um,
Oh, you're throwing it back.
yeah, not way back, but it's going to go
Oh.
back. Let's go back to the plane that started it all. Um, well, it's not quite the plane that started it all, but you know what I
It's
mean.
close. It's pretty close. I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, let me find it real quick, and then I got to share the screen. Um, but let's see. It's not your little champ though. That's the one I was looking for.
Oh, that's
I
right.
wanted pictures of the champ because that's the plane that you used to fly more than anything.
What about that Nitro Planes glue stick plane, the P51? Remember we crashed it,
No,
and I put
I
glue sticks to support the nose, and you guys just make fun of me. Anyway,
yeah, yeah. That was mainly Kazra or Carl making fun of me. Let's see if we can find it. Shit. It's probably going to look weird here for a second, but we're going to. Let's see if I can find it. Okay, I don't know if it's going to show up. Can you guys see that?
oh, that's like mirror effect. It's so cool.
Can you see it though, or is it still all weird?
It's all StreamYard stuff.
Oh, never mind. Okay, so let's get out of there. Stop. I'll have to share a file. There we go. No, it's not a video file. I can't show it. I'll have to pull it up in Facebook.
Ooh.
But yeah, we had back in the days, we had a whole bunch of. This is just an idea of some of the planes we used to pull out at when we'd go to Baylands. We had all these planes we'd show up with, and we'd all line them up on the field, on the grass. Let's see if I can pull it up.
Good old days, man.
Back in the days, and I had it, and I saved it on the computer. Now I can't show it that way. And then we'll get back to talking. But yeah, Frank has moved up into doing some more cool stuff. He's leaving us behind, and he's taking off to do things with turbines now.
I'm not leaving you guys behind. You guys are always gonna be my people. You know how it is. My peeps.
The peeps. Yeah, they're just.
Thanks,
So I'll pull up some old stuff. So here's some of the planes we flew back in the days. I've got my Cessna, which I've shown you guys.
Oh, dude, we gotta bring those back. I repainted mine. It's all pretty
You
now.
know, all these people talking about what they're doing now with the Draco. We were doing that back in the days. I don't care what anybody tries to say. We was doing
Hey,
that
man.
already.
Oh,
We
yeah.
didn't have reverse yet, but we were doing that.
We was doing it.
We're doing it. All right, so it's kind of weird. It's going to be a mirror effect for a second until I go to this. See,
Yeah.
there's the Cessna. That's mine after I got it set up for
Blinged
night
out.
flying. Got the tail dragger and the 3-blade prop, low KV motor. So there's the motors. That's the original motor on. No, that's not even the original motor. That's my own motor on the left. That's the one that was there before, and then that's the motor that's in it now. Low 650 kV, but I fly it on for us. Let's get out of there. I wanted to show Frank stuff. There it is. Is that yours? This is what yours used to look like, or is that David's?
That's David, but mine was very
David.
similar. Yeah.
Okay, that's David's. We had pictures. Let's go. No. There we go.
There we go.
There's David with his. There's Frank with his Coast Guard plane. Me with mine. I think it was windy that day. I don't remember.
We didn't care back then, man.
No, we didn't care.
Flew.
We flew Seabot all back in here.
No gyro. None of
gyro.
that.
And Dynam servos even.
And oh man. Yeah.
Back in the days. All those planes used to fly Baylands. Let's see what else. Yeah, see, here's all the mayhem. What else? Yeah, but this is that's the stuff we used to do. See, this is actual bush flying.
Yep.
You know, we'd fly past reeds. Didn't matter what it was. we go there. This is. I think that's yours, Frank. That's
Yeah,
yours
I
right
think
there.
that before I repainted it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
before I did
yours.
the Coast Guard. Yep.
There you go. And there's that, and then there's Coast Guard.
And
Right
that's
there.
after repainting. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. There we go. But yeah, so we used to do lots of stuff. There's David, all happy. Frank looking serious.
Dude, we gotta focus, man.
That's mine. But see, that's the stuff we used to do. We used to do this back in the days. We were doing this Draco stuff before Draco was even cool.
Yep.
And this is at night. This is in the dark. So yeah, that's kind of cool.
Gyro, what's that?
Exactly.
Yeah, Jay, that's what we're talking about.
But yeah, we'd fly under trees. See, look at that. We're right next to the weeds. You got people with weird looking multi-rotors in the background. Back in the day. What is this, 2014? Yeah.
Yeah, it's about 2013, 2014.
Yeah. Oh, God. I don't know who that was. The little super cub. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. But yeah, so we did this stuff already. This is stuff we were already doing back then. Oh, there we go. That's a good right there. There we go.
I totally forgot about those stupid glasses. Oh my God.
We'd wear the yellow ones because they were easier to see. Now, see, this is
that's right.
This exemplifies what we did right there.
That is true. Yeah.
We were always laughing like idiots, and it was always just fun.
It was.
Used to be. Back in the days. Super Cubs. See, there's even Gary there. There's Eric.
And he's not grumpy. Look at that guy.
Yeah, he's actually kind of happy. Jeez.
Sorry, Gary, if you're listening. We love you.
So let's see. And then we got some more of the
Joe,
GB
that's
stuff. I haven't
Balin.
looked at any of the chat guys. Sorry.
Yeah.
And this is we had the GB stuff too, so I got to look at that. Let's go back to that. A couple of these people will not be mentioned, but still, there's some stuff. GBs. We have all the GBs there. We had a whole bunch of those flying at once.
Yeah.
I think David's we call the goat the goat because it went on. But yeah. So yeah, back in the days, good old days of Baylands. There's David posing. Look at my GB then. It was so clean. Holy crap.
It was so pristine. Look at that thing.
It is hideous now. But not to mention me looking hella young. Jesus. But yeah. So anyway, Frank and I go way back.
Way back.
And there we go. There's some good shots of the GBs. From hitting geese. A whole bunch of other stuff.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, poor goose. Rest in peace. In pieces. But yeah, so that's going way back. There's Frank and the wife cheesing it up. I even got lights on my GB. Anyway, so I'm trying to find some of our old EDF days because we used to fly those little 50 millimeters in formation together.
Oh, there that's right.
Yeah, so there's see this little jet in the middle. That's my jet there. Yeah. But you used to fly that. We used to fly our Hawks together back in the days. I won't go past all this. There we go. That's one. There we go.
Oh yeah, Rancho with our Dynam.
Yep. And there's your Kenya Air there in the middle.
There we go.
Back in the days. But yeah, so we go back quite a ways back.
Oh,
we even had these guys, remember?
Yep.
We used to fly those.
W190s, yeah.
So, let's see. Anyway. So what are you working on now? Let me get this screen off, but just let us know what's been going on because I know that you're moving up to
Yeah.
bigger and better stuff. And that picture I have on the stream is of your one of your latest projects.
Yes, sir. So I'm just gonna relocate real quick. So I've been working on some interesting stuff. I'm just gonna set my computer down and show you what I've been working on.
Let me give you the screen too. I'll give you the screen.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay. There we go. So one of the stuff that I've been working on is sort of a lot of you guys have seen this guy. Let's see if I can get it. This sort of Skymaster F18, and that used to be a turbine. I think it had like a 170 Newton engine in it. And what I did with it is I converted it to electric. And what that setup looks like is you got these twin jet fan 110s in there that power this thing, and those fans put out a lot. They put out on this particular jet 7.5 kilos each. So that's like 15 kilos. The plane weighs about 17 kilos total. So it's a good like 0.85 to 1 thrust to weight. Um, and the front sort of is where all the batteries go in here. And what the battery looks like is a mess. Like, look at this thing. Look at like
It's a big old brick.
it's a big old brick. These are 8,000 packs, so that two of them run each motor. This weighs like 8 to 10 pounds. It's insane. But when this thing is flying, I mean, you can't even tell it's an EDF. So this was one of my greatest sort of projects that I've worked on lately, and it was fun too. It's very challenging to get a bird of this size to fly sort of scale, because electrics at this size, you don't get as much bang for your battery power. But I was able to play some tricks, cut some cheetahs on the bottom, remove a lot of the structure, because as an EDF you don't need all that speed, and get it light enough to where it flies. So that's great. And then moving on from here, so in typical fashion, let's see if I can get this to show. I have this guy, and this is another of my turbine conversions. So this F-16 used to be a turbine, had like a 90 Newton engine in it, and I'm working on changing this to electric. It's going to have the same power system as the F-18. So it's a jet fan 110 840 kV. And I'm really looking forward to that, because I think that setup is going to wake the plane up.
What's the weight of that plane?
Oh, the weight of this plane is, I estimate, is going to be around 7 kilos.
Okay.
Maybe 7.5 if I build it heavy. And so it should have pretty close to 1-to-1 thrust to weight with the setup that I'm going to put in there. But we'll see how that all turns out.
Okay. That's something to bring up too, because what most people don't get is with foam, you kind of have to have 1-to-1 thrust to weight because of the way it's made and because of how draggy it is. But when it comes to this composite stuff, you don't always have to be exactly 1-to-1. You can be really close to it and still be okay. Anything over like 0.75 or 0.8 to 1 is going to be good for a composite plane.
That's true. Yeah. So I'm really, really excited for this. And then up there we have my L39, and that's just a global aerofoam. There's a lot of these videos. By the way, my channel is Fly with Frank. So if you want to see a lot of this stuff, it's going to be sprinkled there. But
yeah, and guys, also, just so you know, Frank, I linked it in the description.
Oh,
so
nice.
if you guys check out the description, Frank's page is there. Just
Thank
click
you.
that, and then you can join up and check out some of the stuff, because he has a lot of good videos on what he did with the aerofoam. With that L39, and he's going through some stuff with this new plane too, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So that L39, actually, it was my first 14S setup. And let me tell you, 14S is a lot of freaking power. It's insane. I fly this thing, and actually on the maiden flight, I think I had like a bad battery. So like I have two 6S's and a 2S. to make up 14S. The 2S kind of like died in flight and went down to 12S essentially. And I kid you not, like I couldn't really tell that the plane had lost a whole two cells. So if this thing on 12S is fire with the jet fan, imagine it on 14S. It's completely bonkers. So that's great. And all the videos that I did on that are also on my channel. And so you can take a look at those there. And by the way, if you have any questions, just like type them there below or bring them up, and I'll deal with them as they come.
Yeah.
The thing that also Ray mentioned was that I'm sort of moving to bigger sort of models. And so what I'm going to show here is, let's see if I can get that right, is this thing up here. So I don't know if this captures.
No, we got it. We got it. Because
Yeah.
the one on the floor is pretty big. This thing's even
Yeah.
bigger.
So the one on the floor, the F-18 is about, I think it's like 98 inches tip to tip. This T-38 up here is about 103 from the end, so sort of from like right here all the way to the nose. And so I did think about making this an EDF, but if you look at just like how everything is structured, like there's just not enough like exit diameter. So
Yeah.
like for these guys to actually get like two sort of EDF pipes to come out, which is different with the F-18 because the F-18 was sort of wider in the back here. So that was a little bit disappointing because I really wanted to turn this into an EDF. I think this would be a fantastic EDF flyer.
Yeah.
But so what I wound up doing is just going turbine, and I'm still in the process of building this, and this guy is gonna have sort of a 170 Newton engine. So, and this is the Swywind. And right now I'm actually in the process of building all like the tank stuff. You can see I still have that kind of hanging out loose there. And with this particular jet, I sort of decided to go my own way. So it comes with a lot of pneumatics and stuff like that. And I pulled all of that out and made it all electric. And I think that's good because like pneumatics tend to fail. You get leaks, you get like your gear doesn't work, your brakes don't work. Electric, like it almost always works. They have their problems, but for the most part, they work well. And so I have videos on my channel, all the stuff that I had to do to sort of modify this to get it to like be as electric as we can get it.
So Frank, with this plane, did you have to build the tanks, or the tanks already come?
The tanks come with the plane, but you got to figure out where you place them.
Okay.
So that let me see if I can show this. So like if I take the tape off, they just slide out. So they come with the plane, but then where you place them, how you mount them, that is sort of all up to you. And they do it that way because depending on how you set up your stuff, your CG is going to be in different places.
Right.
And you ideally want your tanks mounted right over your CG.
Right.
Because
so
you're going to,
You'll just go up and down and wait.
Correct. So that way it doesn't, there's not a big change when your tanks are empty versus full.
Yep.
But in this case, I don't think that's avoidable. So like CG is right around here, and you can see like the tanks are mostly forward of that. So I'll have to figure out what to do with this. Probably put a really nice gyro system in there to sort of take care of that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this guy. This is gonna be, I think, something to reckon with. They recommended a 120 Newton engine, but I went with a 170, just because like when you have a bifurcation, like
I was just going to bring that up.
Yeah,
it's going to cut some of your thrust. Yeah,
it does. It does take away some of your thrust. So I was just like, you know what, I'm going to go a little bit bigger. You can always tune those down if you need to, but you can't get more thrust out of a smaller engine. So that was just my thought process. And yeah, so that's what I'm working on. There's a few other stuff on my shelf. You can see that Rafael there.
Yep.
That is electric too. Used to be a 12S. I made it into an 8S.
Flies
But
way better on 8.
Mokaya. Yep. Um, yeah, and I mean that's mostly what I'm working on. Like I said, all this stuff is gonna be on my channel. But if you have questions and whatnot that I can answer now, that'll be great.
Cool.
So yeah.
So let's see what else. You're also selling that big old Mirage that's over your left shoulder
Oh,
there.
that's right. Yeah,
Big
yeah,
old
yeah.
Mirage. You got to show that.
Oh, that's right. Oh, it's way up here. Let's see if I can get to it. Yeah, so I'm selling this guy. Oh, let me see. And this plane is huge. Like, I don't even know how, like, it is about the size, slightly smaller than the F-18 in terms of length. I think it's like 80 inches tip
Yep.
to tip. So it's pretty big. And also used to be a turbine, but I guess at this point I've made a name uh, for just taking turbines and turning them electric.
Yep.
And this
Doing
thing,
them properly and doing them justice by making them electric.
yeah, I mean, you do this just right, my God. So we fly this. I think the last time we put a GPS in it, I think I hit like 160, but I think that wasn't quite like it could do more. For sure, it could do more. I mean, I got scared. I was out there with Ray, and I'm flying this thing, and I decided to open it up, and I kind of freaked out. Because
He
it just
chopped the
kept
throttle
going,
really
and I was
quick.
just like, "What am I gonna do with this thing?" So,
Yeah.
but I've had some good times with it, and as I go up into turbines, I only have a finite amount of space in the garage, and the wife's like, "Yo, man, you got to get some of that stuff out if you
Yeah,
want
you
to
got to
get
make room for the
stuff.
baby
You
stuff
got to
too.
make room."
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and she's not wrong, but yeah, that's how it is.
Cool.
So,
So yeah, we've progressed from flying little 50 millimeter jets. We had L-39, and you flew your little Hawk that you almost ran into me.
that's right.
The Hawk we had.
Totally
Did
forgot
you have
about that.
Skyhawk? Yeah, we had Blue Angels. That's right.
Blue
We had the
Angel,
Blue Angels
yeah.
that we flew. What other 50s did we have? I don't know if you had many.
We had Blue Angels. You had your L-39, F-18.
That's right.
Um, well, and then we had the FW-190s.
Yep. That was a
We had the
9.
Rare Bears. Remember
Yeah,
the Rare
Rivers. That's
Bears?
right.
Oh,
Yep.
those things were fast. We'd do all sorts of modifications to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we've come a long way for sure. I remember when we had our F-15s, the Freewing F-15s, when they
Yep.
initially came out, and we're
Yep.
like, these things are huge.
Yeah, we used to think they were huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Used to. Oh, how things change.
Oh, how things have changed. And yeah, yeah. But as always, I'm always grateful to the hobby. Like Ray practically taught me how to fly. Like I remember coming to Sunnyvale all like wondering how I'm gonna like get going, and I just showed up over there, and basically you and Dave, and there's a few other people, Eric, Kazra here and there, Jason, took me under your wing and taught me how to fly. So
It was the funniest thing too. It was that you had the little Aranca Champ, the 3-channel plane.
Yep.
And you just show up there all smiley and happy, just just smile and fly.
Battery would die, go plug it in, chill out, back out there, and then it'd be super windy and it'd get
Didn't
blown.
matter. He'd get blowing around. He'd go pick it up, but still smiling. Oh, it's not broken. Whee! Keep flying. Keep on going.
Yeah, dude, it was, oh man, so good.
Yeah, no, the good old days. We gotta do a or like a reunion trip back at Baylands with the Cessnas and GBs and stuff.
Yeah,
just like to bring back the old days.
I'm actually down for that, and I'm ready. My Cessna's it's been waiting for this chance for quite a while now, actually.
Yeah, mine's good. It just needs to get out and fly.
Yeah, and you just reminded me, actually, Ray. I still have the HSD one somewhere in the box.
The big one.
The big one, yeah. I haven't even opened it.
Okay.
So that would also be pretty sweet. For
that. But it's not going to have the good old dynamo wobble.
Yeah,
where it's never flying straight. It's never straight where you have to constantly correct, and there's
Yep.
no gyro. It's like doing the Stevie Wonder. It's all like this the whole time. Oh, boy, oh, weird.
Yeah,
No, but see, we didn't realize how good we'd gotten flying those planes until, you know, we stopped flying them. Then we go to fly. We're like, holy crap, this is hard.
This is
not easy.
Nope, it was not. But we got so used to it. It was muscle memory.
Yeah, so we didn't even think about it.
We knew. And I think that's actually part of the reason why when we started flying the F5s at Baylands, that crazy takeoff, like we were just like, we were ready for it. Like, you know, being very precise, anticipating what the plane wants. And I mean, taking off on that narrow path.
The path was at most 8 feet wide.
Yep, and you missed the bump.
You have to hit that bump. If you don't hit the bump, you're going to hit the gas, you hit the trash can. Or you're going to hit the bench. Or you're going to run into the weeds, or you're going to hit that branch that hangs down.
Yeah. So.
Cool. Well, hey, Nate's been chomping at the bit to get in here, so let's add to the stream. He's sitting there smiling right now. He's been trying to show stuff. He's waving now even. See, look, he's been trying to...
Hey!
Yo!
How you doing, man?
Get my attention to let him in.
I'm just sitting here taking it all in, you know?
But there's Mr. Nate. Add to the stream.
I saw that you got your garage all set up. You got your planes hanging, real clean.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Check out his. So, okay, Nate. So it's your turn. I'm gonna give you the screen.
Yeah.
Show off your new little setup.
Yeah. Okay. So, what was it? Was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. We got these built, so that was fun. I didn't do an ounce of the work, but it was all our contractor and his workers. But yeah, plane racks, and I put LEDs on them. The neighbors walk by at night and they're like, "What the hell?"
It's all bright.
But yeah, so that's fun. And then it's just wood planks up the walls, flanges, and then the jet rack they're all 1/2-inch diameter pipes. These ones are 36-inch, and then those other two are 24-inch.
Are they threaded? So you screw?
Yeah, they're threaded pipes. They just go into like a flange in the wall.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh, nice.
So that's just okay. That's pipe insulation or pool noodles.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So this one's open for the F-16 that's coming. Hopefully this one.
Cool.
But yeah. So that's nice. I can actually walk in here now.
And Mom can park her car now.
Did you say you have an F-16 coming, Nate?
Uh-huh. Of course. You know me, Frank.
What? You get new planes like every week? It is good to be Nate. It is really nice to be Nate.
Good to be Nate. Yeah. You got to give him credit though. He's a good kid, so people like to do things for him.
He is. I will not disagree with that.
And also, just so you know, Frank, I've got a new Hawk coming.
A new Hawk, like FMS or?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Somebody had one, and I'm like, okay. He's all, it's brand new in box, and I can't do anything. I'm like, how much? I got it, and it's on the way.
Oh, nice.
And it's got the new 2100 in it too, so I'm gonna.
Your Hawk was already fast as it was.
But it was 1930. That was an old setup.
Yeah.
Trying to show some things off, but I see the Fred Barron. Thank you for the PayPal, Mr. Fred Barron. There's Brian Brissett, Lyndon Stewart from down in South America. What's up, my friend? Rick Roy from here in the PNW. Nathaniel Morgan. Who else? Anybody else show up? Michael Lane, what's happening?
Who is Nate?
So yeah, exactly. Who is Nate? I don't know
Who is Nate?
How come Jay doesn't? Jay, I'm glad you're here. I haven't seen you on here before, but now you're a moderator. You got a ranch, but we got to get back out to flying. I'm going to. I don't know if you guys saw earlier, but Sean Lency,
I'll be there.
He's the guy from the president from the Oakdale Club.
Yeah.
He's got an event, basically like an event every weekend, which is cool. So I'm going to go to an event this Saturday.
Yeah, they had the jet thing, and they had the race.
Yeah.
This.
Joe Pellegrino, I can share with you. I can share throws with you some other
Just
time.
my grandma.
But the Hawk is really responsive, so you don't need a whole bunch of anything really. But because you got to be careful. The thing will spin like a top if you're not careful.
It does
And it will snap.
for pop tops though.
Oh hell yeah! Oh,
Yeah,
wonderful.
you can get it to do some stuff that'll actually snap the vertical off if you're not careful.
It'll do this. Yeah.
Only Frank would know.
Actually, last time I did it, I popped off the canopy.
Yeah, it does it really. It's amazing. It's like super surprising how well it does it.
Yeah.
It
does. It's like an inverted spin.
Yep. Yeah.
So Nate, you've got that F-16 coming. Well, when is it coming? Do they know?
Apparently, first batch pre-orders come in May. So
did it ship yet, or
no?
No. Okay.
I was hoping it would ship the first week out so I could fly it at the event this weekend, but it's probably gonna be like end of May.
Is this the E-Flight one, the Horizon?
Yeah, the new 80 mil.
I heard it's shipping it's supposed to be like the 14th or 15th it ships. So.
I think it's sick.
They finally used that cool gear concept. It's got the same gear. It's actually got the same gear as the Tiger Cat because the retract. It's like the deal where the retract is separated from the strut, like the Tiger Cat. So that's cool. They got the plastic around the canopy again, which that's nice.
That's nice.
That's pretty much what sold it for me.
Speaking of Tiger Cat, how do you like your Tiger Cat?
Oh, dude, I think
he doesn't like it. He loves it.
Told you. Should have listened to me sooner, Nate. Should have listened to me like 10 years ago.
You weren't wrong, and everybody else was right. I mean, I finally got one, and I love it.
Yeah,
I've had it for 3 weeks now, and it's probably got over 70 flights on it because I can fly it every day.
Wow.
I can fly it every day. I fly it like 4 or 5 times a day.
That thing is so. I mean, I crashed mine. I rebuilt it, and as soon as I get a chance, like I'm coming out. What do you think about the touch and goes on that thing? Aren't they like the sickest? Like
that's the one thing I haven't done with it because I can fly at my. Well, here I've only flown it at my house, and I can fly at my house, but it's not like a touch and go spot.
Okay, all right.
It's not like a place. I mean, I could do it with like small stuff, but not big stuff.
Very nice, very nice.
But yeah.
Yeah, so if there's anybody in the California area that wants to come out to this event, we've got 2 events coming up. We've got this is at Oakdale, RC Unlimited. We've got the Warbird event, and he just sent out an email saying that you guys can even camp there if you want to. They've got a room to camp. You can camp out for the day or for, the day before or the day after, whatever. Just make a weekend trip of it if you're from another area. And then I think the weekend after that, they're doing a float fly. And you can camp for that too if you want to. I don't think I'm going to go to a float fly, but still, there's still always something going on.
Yeah.
At that place. And it's really pretty out there. Really open. It's out like in the country. It's by Woodward
Reservoir.
Yeah. So
it's right on the Woodward Reservoir.
So somebody asked me a question in there, Frank. Jay, you haven't seen my Hawk. When you see it next time, you'll be like, holy crap. Because it's picked up easily, and I'm not joking, 25% of the speed it had before. It's that much faster. It's crazy. And
yeah, I went out on Wednesday with Ray, and man, that thing was screaming.
I didn't tell him what was in it. I just told him, like, what the heck?
Well, I was just like, huh?
What happened?
It takes off now and it just goes straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, boom, it's gone as far.
I'm kind of excited about that company's new plane, that Cirrus thing. That thing looks kind of cool.
Cirrus who?
It's a new company
called
X-Line models.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like a sport jet thing, but it looks really cool.
You know what the Joker looks like?
Yeah, that's what I was about to
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks like a Joker.
Yeah. Looks like an EDF version of a Joker.
Yeah. So once that comes in stock, I might have to,
Yeah, you mean like next week?
No, so that F-16's coming, but as soon as that Dago Red's in stock, I'm gonna get that Dago Red because my instructor was on the crew for that airplane, so I kind of have to get it. Her name's on the side of it. It's kind of funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on the right side, Margaret Watt. If you see the bottom,
oh, okay, cool.
She's on it.
All right.
But yeah. But they made it slow. They didn't put the 770 kV in its stock. It has it has a 900 kV motor now.
But it's the same size as the 770.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a good motor.
So it'll probably be a little more efficient, but
it's probably going to be maybe a little less. I don't know, but from what I've seen in the video, it's pretty fast.
I hope so.
It's one. I think they have it set up now to where you don't have to change the prop to get speed out of it. Before you used to have to
had the Voodoo and the Strega with the 4-blade, the 10.5x8 on the 770. Those things were fast.
Oh yeah, they are.
They were fast as they were until you put them on 6S.
Hey Garfield Houston, what's up, man? How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. You used to comment on my videos all the time, but I haven't seen you on the live stream.
Yeah.
What is up?
Oh yeah, see Discover. No, I only ate 2 donuts. I didn't eat all the donuts. Don't worry, that wasn't me.
Donuts, Captain Donuts.
I contributed to the problem, but it wasn't just me that ate all the donuts.
Or do like you did to me on Wednesday, eating all my damn cookies.
Oh yeah.
I ordered stuff through DoorDash, and I had this because he showed up around like 1:30, and I just gotten lunch, and then I ordered this thing of cookies. It had 14 in them. It was going to be a couple for me, a couple for him. I looked down, there's like 4 left.
Gone.
I'm like, damn, dude.
Dude, I was hungry. I hadn't eaten all day.
What the hell?
I woke up, had class, and then I drove out there.
Damn, Cookie Monster.
Cookie Monster.
No, it was good. It was fun. It was a good day.
Yeah,
the wind was crazy for a little bit, then it died down. And then I got freaked out. I didn't tell you guys this, but I saw I didn't know what was going on, so it tripped me the hell out. SpaceX and their Starlink. I didn't know.
Oh yeah, that shit was scary. I was like,
so I was like, what the? I was leaving, and I look up and I see these things in the sky. I'm like, what the hell's going on? There was this strip of stuff flying by, and I'm like, what the hell? Okay, but and then they actually flew. It actually went directly over my house. But,
oh, really?
Yeah, and then because it keeps moving further and further north. I went out on Thursday to go. Was going to go to the store. I look up and I see all this stuff flying over again. And then Angelo, he types, "Oh my God! Did anybody else see that?" I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
It was freaky because
that stuff is cool. Yeah. So it's interesting.
You're right.
Because I work at a rocket company, and I didn't know that this was happening. And the next day I went to work, and so basically apparently it turns out those satellites, they put them up there, and then over time they sort of disperse.
They spread out.
Keep getting high elevation. And what you see is the solar panels reflecting the sun's light as they move around. It's really cool.
And they're all like in a line.
Yeah.
And some are offset a little bit, but they're still going the same direction.
I didn't see this. Damn.
I'll have to send you. I looked it up on the app too. I've seen them like 3 times now. But it's trippy because all of a sudden you see all this stuff in the sky. moving the same direction in a line, and it's like, oh my
Very
god, we're
consistent.
being attacked by aliens. You're like, holy crap, what the hell is that?
Hey,
And,
at least it wasn't
poor
that. At least it wasn't that rocket that fell out of orbit.
Angelo was like, what the hell? He's got his camera out. He's
Yeah,
holding
that
it up.
was
What the hell is
freaky.
this? It was freaky because when I first saw it, I'm like, what the heck is going on?
You're like,
Are
this
we
is
getting
the
attacked? Are we getting attacked? I was waiting to see
end of
some
days.
explosion get vaporized by something come flying
Some
out.
higher intelligence.
Yeah.
They are
And then,
coming, Fred. They are coming.
And I
We
was
gotta
like,
be ready.
okay, I got to look this up and see what that was because that shit freaked me out.
All right, guys.
was-
I gotta head on out. I got a little young one I gotta put to bed.
Alrighty.
But
Well,
you
guys, as I said,
real-
take a look at the description and the thing. Help Frank out. He's got 300 something subscribers. I think we could probably push him over 400.
that would
maybe
be
a little bit
much
more.
Looking for my
appreciated.
snip comments.
I love your comments, Nate. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. That plane I'm building for you is right here.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you will get to fly this. I've
Ooh.
decided that you will get to fly this.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay. Say less.
Cause no, I saw you flying.
He flew Tom Vessey's.
Yeah, this is T1 like a madman.
Well, no, you let me fly the Flash, and I let that thing unwind for 2 laps.
That's true.
And that was crazy. It's true. I'm like, who's flying? That has to be Nate. And I look over and he's sitting there holding the radio. I'm like,
Madman,
oh,
Jesus
God.
Christ. Oh God.
That thing's fun though.
Yeah.
I was flying it all easy, and he's like, "Oh, just unwind it." I'm like, "Okay."
All right, guys. I gotta go.
All right, Frank. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah.
We'll try to get you some
Thanks, Nate.
subs.
All right, bye. Later,
All right, man.
later. All
See
right.
ya. All right, so it's just us now. But and I Nate, I'm still working on that video of you flying the Draco.
That's all good.
Almost done.
Dude, I riveted this Tiger Cat tank. It looks kind of cool.
Oh, did you do Papa Dots?
Yeah, that's what I was sitting here doing when I was waiting for you to let me join the show. I was like, "Oh, I have a pen in this tank."
Do some Papa Dots.
Probably died.
Yeah.
I don't really fly it with the tank, but it looks cool. I did it with the 51 tanks too. I colored the fuel cap red like a real thing, and then riveted around it.
Cool.
But yeah, that was fun when Bessie let me fly the. I think the coolest thing is when I flew Sharam's big Karf Viper, because Sharam, not saying I don't care as much, but when I fly one of Sharam's planes, it's like I feel more relaxed because me and Sharam, we're close and all. And I was, when I fly somebody's plane, I just kind of, I'm going easy, whatever. Unless I'm flying Mike's plane, I don't give a crap what happens. But I don't care what happens when I'm flying one of Mike's planes because I probably either set it up or maidened it for him, so it's all good. Or he's maidened it and then he lets me fly and it's out of trim and I make it actually fly good. But that's so funny. Like Mike knows how to fly, but man, that's how you know he's good, because the shit he flies that I haven't flown. Like when he let me fly that Hawker Hunter, I was like, dude, how do you fly this thing? It's so out of trim. And then I trimmed it. And then I trimmed it for him. And he's like, oh, I'm like, yeah.
He's just compensating, not realizing it.
Yeah. But yeah, when Sharam let me fly that Comp Viper, I was kind of, I was going easy with it, and he's like, oh, this is boring. Do something. So I'm on my downwind. I open the throttle up and then I roll it inverted and I do a full throttle inverted pass. Probably about 10. And everybody at Crows was like, holy crap. And,
Is that Tron?
yeah, and then I'm flying it, and then and then Tron's like, oh, okay, Nate, come on. Like I don't want to have to write your mom a $10,000 check, or your mom to have to write me a $10,000 check.
Yeah, I flew his. He took off and landed, but I flew his big F-18.
Yeah, he when he had his little foamy Viper, he let me,
I flew that one too. He surprised me into that one. I wasn't expecting to fly it.
Yeah, I haven't flown his F-18 yet, or did I? I can't remember. But yeah, if you don't have a waiver, you can fly, but the person has to be on a buddy box.
On a buddy box with you, yeah.
So, but we won't talk about Tom at Oakdale. We won't talk about that. But no, Sharam was just letting me do full flights on his little HSD Super Viper. He just stood there and I think he even got a chair and he just held the button and just let me fly.
Yep.
But yeah, the little foamy Viper, that was easy and fun.
What's up, Merlin?
Yeah, I didn't. I only flew once today. I wasn't. I just
I
did that.
didn't get to fly at all this weekend. I sent out a whole bunch of fiery booties over the weekend, but I didn't actually get any flying in.
Yeah, I woke up this morning, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm tired." So I didn't fly all day. I just did one Tiger Cat flight right before the show, and then I came.
Yeah, I worked and got some. Had to
Fixed
take
up
my
the
cat to
P-51
the,
a
had to
little
take
bit.
my cat to the vet today. She was freaked out just to get her nails trimmed. And she
You
was
had
freaking.
to take her to the vet to trim her nails.
Yeah, because she will not let us do it.
You don't have like one of those scratching posts where they can, like,
We do, but
deburr?
it doesn't. She's got real crazy long nails.
She doesn't deburr her fingernails.
So
Yeah, we
she's
have-
always scratching, but they get too long.
Yeah, one of our dogs will literally she won't let us touch her nails. And the one time that we took her to the vet, they were going to trim her nails, and she literally shit herself. She was so scared.
Yeah. Well, she was freaking out, and on the way to the vet, she's drooling all over and yowling. She got him trimmed, so she's happy. She's fine. But I haven't done anything RC related for a couple of days other than fiery booties.
Oh yeah, Joe Pellegrino, all's good there. But he actually watched me fly the other night, which was pretty funny. But he watched me fly, and I was flying the plane he was complaining about, which was Tiger Cat.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he's cool now. He's all good.
Yeah, he was fine.
Okay.
No, he was moving his.
He thought you were an adult.
He thought I was an adult, trying to piss him off. But then he's like, "Oh, it's just a kid that didn't mean to do anything. Not like I did anything." But yeah, he was moving his garbage cans, and he was sitting there, holding his hips, that kind of thing. And I was like, "Oh, great, he's gonna come say something." And I landed, and he just kind of looked and walked inside. And I was like, "Oh,
okay."
We made eye contact. I was like, "Okay, are you gonna come yell at me?" And he walked inside. I'm like, "Oh,
Okay.
he's
not upset.
Yeah, and I also I don't know if you guys saw, but I got the Dynam Gloucester Meteor. Although they sent one to Mike too, and the Gloucester Meteor, it used to come in a big square box because it has that big boxy wing, but they said F that, and they just put it in two boxes. One box with the fuse and all the parts, and then the other box like the wing and some other stuff. They sent one to me and my buddy Mike, who was flying with the Discover RC guys, Firefox, what they call them. But
Firefox.
They sent them to us, and they sent the two boxes out at the same time with the fuses. Me and Mike didn't get wing boxes. So I got the fuselage with everything in it. I put the tail on, which that was a nightmare because it's like you slide the back end on, you put screws in it, but one of my screws wasn't threading and the other one wasn't going in. I just did it like a free-wing plane. I just glued it in. And then, but yeah, so I did what I could, but obviously, and I was just using a little receiver pack, to power things, test things. Did
you get the wing yet or no?
No. Although Mike sent Bobby an email and he said, I guess apparently there should be here like tomorrow or Wednesday. If it shows up, I'll take it to Oakdale this weekend. But it's a pretty nice airplane. They put the Hawker Hunter retracts in it, so it's got metal trunnion retracts.
Do they put plastic around it, or do they have actual oleos?
No, it's still chicken wire.
Okay.
No, it's not that good. But a large battery hatch, that thing is designed for 6S. That thing could fit up to a 6,000 easily. But, it's not a bad plane. The only thing I could complain about really is the paint is absolutely horrendous. I was using – so the top rudder, just like there's the bottom rudder, you put the horizontal on, and there's like a little part of the top rudder, and I just was using C8 to glue that because it's not, whatever. And I kickered it, and then I put my thumb on it to adjust it.
The kicker eats up the paint.
Rub the paint off. Yeah. Luckily, it's silver, so I just grabbed a silver Sharpie. Although it's a blank silver airframe, I might do a little painting with it. Like I might do the one that they have at Planes of Fame, where it's got the yellow wings and a little yellow on the tail. But that wouldn't be as scale because that's a 2-seat. But yeah, and then it comes with that nice light controller. So I put a flashing beacon on top, and then also I had an old landing light sequencer, so I put a little landing light on it. Whatever.
Cool.
It's cool though, and there was a little bit of shipping damage, but easy fixes and stuff.
Well, let's So, what are you going to bring out to the thing on Saturday?
So F4. I was gonna bring the 104. I ordered another lemon for it because I took it out of that and put in the Tiger Cat, but it got delayed, so I don't think it's gonna come in time. So yeah, F4, and the Tiger Cat for sure. And it'll probably be. I want to bring the A6 because that's like a classic, Vietnam thing, like the F4.
Flight of the Intruder.
Huh? Yeah.
Flight of the Intruder. Yeah.
So yeah, I'll probably bring the F4, the A6, and then the Tiger Cat. And if that Gloucester Meteor thing shows up, I may stuff that in there too. But we'll see.
Okay, cool. I might try to see if I can fit my P51 in the car, but I'd like to bring the.
I definitely want to bring the Tiger Cat, and I would like to bring the A6, but part of me also wants to say, since the Jets are warbirds. Well, obviously they're warbirds. They obviously did their part, but when I think of a warbird, I think of an old dirty prop plane. So I may bring the. I'm kind of debating between. The Tiger Cat's going to go for sure, but I'm kind of debating between the 190 and the P51. I would bring the Spitfire, but it's a pain to get the wings off on that thing, so I'm just going to say screw that. The Spitfire, it's got the scoop, 4 bolts for the wing, and then it's got that small blue box on the wing, and the wing comes in 2, but that blue box is in the way, so you have to unplug the blue box. It's I'm
either the FW or the P51. Actually, you bring your FW, and then you can chase me with my Mustang if I bring it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
The nice thing about the FW is it's easy because you just pop the wingtips off. Although I probably have to pull the whole wing off if I'm bringing them all. Yeah, I could fit that. And even if that Gloucester Meteor thing shows up, I'll probably won't bring it because that thing, first of all, I'm probably never going to take the wings off because it's a lot of wires, but it's just an awkward plane.
Yeah.
So, Plus, that one didn't. Well, I mean, it's a warbird kind of, but we'll see. Yeah, I'll probably bring the FW though. That'd be a fun one to fly out there.
Yeah.
The Tiger. I would definitely want to bring the Tiger Cat though, because.
Yeah, I got to make sure that I can fit my P51 in the car, but I want to bring jets too. So, because the P51 takes up a whole bunch of room and actually kind of sticks through the front of the car. So I've got to make sure.
I definitely want to bring the F4 because I really want to fly the F4 out there. Now that I stuck that Hobby Eagle in there, dude, that thing is flying it was 98%. Now it's 100%.
From what they're saying, the weather is going to be pretty nice. It's going to be barely 80 degrees.
And the wind should be almost right down the runway.
Yeah, and it is down. It should be 10. They say it maxes out at 15, which is fine. I don't care about that. Yeah. 15. We fly in that all the time. And the wind at Oakdale is not bumpy.
There's nothing to make it bumpy.
Yeah.
It's all flat out there. Pretty much.
We will be good.
No mountains or hills or anything.
Nope.
Get in the way.
Yeah. So anything else going on with anybody here? Anybody got any other questions or anything to ask? Fox 2 Media, what's happening? If I remember right, you're all the way over there on the other side of the world, over in somewhere down under Australia or somewhere.
Yeah. Part of me wants to bring the 51 too. I spent an hour today. I went to Home Depot, or not Home Depot, Ace. I can't believe this is the smallest thing of paint they sell. Mm-hmm. And I just wanted to touch up some things. I could repaint.
You have to go to their samples and see if you can find them in there. They have small samples.
It's when they do the direct match.
Yeah, that's different. Yeah.
I just pulled one of the wing panels. Off, and great. Now we've got a crease in this or whatever. I just pulled one of the wing panels off and brought it in. Luckily, usually, I mean, it's not a big deal because usually the pieces I bring in, when they put the scanner on it, they'll just stick it on there and they'll put a crease in something. Luckily, when I go to match paint, I just bring a drop tank in, or but luckily, this one guy, he was an older guy. He wasn't a freaking teenager. He was he just barely held it on there. You can't even tell. Which, I mean, I wouldn't have cared anyway. Yeah, the wings were a little scraped up. The bottom of the rudder was. I touched up the leading edge of the wing. It looks really good. I did the canopy. It looks good again, so I want to bring that too. But I would bring all those prop plane warbirds. The problem is I wouldn't really fly them because those are the ones I fly every day out here.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's supposed to be a warbird event. I know that our jets could be considered warbirds too.
Oh yeah, as long as it saw action, it's a warbird. I could also bring that big T-28 and just like do a.
So Joe Pellegrino, that Cessna that we were flying, we got those off of back in the days. They
Paint
bought
man.
it from Nitro Planes. Nitro Planes had them on sale for $105.
I'm a paint man.
It's a Dynam Skytrainer. And, they call it a Skytrainer because they didn't have the rights to Cessna, but it's a Dynam Skytrainer. And I think that Dynam still sells it. But we converted ours from tricycle gear to tail dragger. And
That's how it should
way
be.
better.
Part of me, well, actually, I have Draco now, so it's not a big deal. I always wanted to buy an apprentice and make that cool tail Draco thing, but I got Draco.
Yeah,
I do.
So back in the days, and I'll have that video of Nate flying his Draco, doing some cool stuff.
Yeah, another Draco video. Sorry.
It's all right. This one is actually pretty cool because it's not as rickety and flying all wonky as it is in all the other videos. I didn't get to finish seeing Zane fly. I don't know if it was Zane that crashed. Was it Zane that crashed in that video with Brian Phillips? I don't know. I'll have to look again. I didn't get to finish it. But so I'll have that video. Hopefully I can premiere it either tomorrow or probably premiere it tomorrow afternoon if I can get it done. But,
You can take your private jet to find my opinion.
what? Yeah, no, it's all right. I'll get it. Yeah, I have to finish the video because I wanted to see it crash. And it looked like it was probably a good one.
He just was landing and he hit the reverse and slammed the reverse when it was like a foot off the ground and just went on its nose.
Bang.
Broke the prop and busted the rudder up, but it was all right.
It's not that bad. Okay.
But see, like, Brian Phillips, he sells this stuff, but he's also a professional at fixing things.
Was it him that did it? I thought it was.
No. I'm saying, like, I'm sure Brian helped Zane fix it up.
He helped him fix
We
it.
all know Brian's a professional at fixing his stuff because,
Always fix it.
He has that beautiful road. But then he flies
there.
a little tiny thing in front of the house.
Yep.
Like, do you really think you're going to be able to pop a really nice landing on a jet on that little tiny?
Hey, it gets views, man. That's the point. It gets views.
Yeah, it sells shit. Is what it is.
It's all good. And yes, David Martin graphics.
Durability test.
It's awesome. I'm looking forward to it.
I don't understand. Like, him, whatever. But like, dude, again, they just sell stuff, dude. Like, whenever they send something to the sailors, it just makes me cringe. I watch their videos for the comedy of it at this point. I was like, are you serious? You crashed this damn thing.
No. Anyway, y'all, I think I'm probably going to start winding down here. We've been going for a little over an hour, which is good. I don't want to do another 2-hour stream. But
yeah, I've got one, Lyndon. I've flown it a bunch.
Yeah, so Lyndon, I have a video I'll be putting together of Nate. I'm most of the way done. I just have to finish some editing.
Yeah, Fox 2 Media, it's plenty. People just don't understand. These people that complain about the Gripen not having enough power, they not only fly jets, but they fly these prop planes. And it's like, what people don't realize is you take something, I don't even know, you take an EDF, none of these EDFs are going to, punch it and go unless it's like some crazy overpowered thing. But if it's scale, that Gripen's fast and it's got plenty of power, it's one of those things where you punch it and it's not going to go immediately, but once it does, it's there. The thing I like about it, though, is like the Su-30 was that way, but that thing, you could just tell it was piggy and it 8 batteries. That Gripen's an efficient bird. It flies.
The Gripen's actually really good. You can get a good 4 minutes on a 5,000. That's flying hard the whole time.
Yeah, and that thing's fun, too. It's like, you can do anything you want with that.
Yeah.
Although I will say it's so close to the MiG. I hadn't flown my MiG in a long time, and I flew it with the Discover RC guys, and I was like, oh, damn, this thing's fun. Forgot how fun it is. Oh, my God, that was so funny when they did that to Mike.
That's the best part of the video.
He made fun of you, and he made fun of me that same day, and then that's the best part. That's why I thought it was hilarious, because my first F-35 landing was kind of crappy. And then he's like, "Oh, we've all done it, Ray. We've all pulled the Ray occasionally." And I was laughing. And then I landed the F-35. John didn't put this in the video, but I kind of clipped the edge, but like just barely. Like my plane was fine. And then of course John didn't put this in the video, but he was filming. And then Mike goes, "See, he's not that good of a pilot." And then Mike does that like 10 minutes later. He says, "I hit a sink."
Yeah, no.
You hit a sink?
If you hit sink and it was that little thing on the ground, sure, that's what you hit. But there was no sink anywhere.
Yeah, you hit the sink in the pavement is what you did.
Yeah.
Dingus.
Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. It's been good having everybody here. It was cool to see our buddy Frank. And if you guys check out the stuff Frank is doing, because his channel is actually pretty cool. He's doing a lot of informational stuff, showing about his builds and his the stuff that he's figured out with planes. He's a very humble guy, but he is very, very smart. He didn't bring any of that up, but he's a brilliant dude. With a PhD in electrical engineering, so he's very smart. But take a look at his channel. I put it in the description. I posted it in the chat a couple times. But take a look at his channel, like, subscribe, all that stuff. Help him out. Help him get up into the monetization stage. He's been at it for a while. He's got a couple videos of me up there on there too, where he was chasing some of my planes. But I'm gonna get going. Have a good night. Hopefully all you guys get to fly. As Discover RC says, never stop the RC. But keep flying, guys. Enjoy yourself. Have fun. Fly with your friends.
What time
Don't
do
do
you
anything stupid. Very early.
Yeah.
I plan to get the car packed the night before, and so
I'll be at my grandma's again, so I'll be just like
I plan to be there because the sun's coming up really early now. It's like up at 6:15.
6.
Yeah, so
I'll be there before the sun comes up.
pretty much that's what I plan on too. So
Yeah, Lyndon,
it'll
if
take
you
me a
want to
little
see
longer.
some fun flying, you can watch Fred Barron linked at the Discover RC video. I was flying the hell out of that Draco there. I was landing it in the sand, and
Yeah.
that was
If you guys haven't liked and subscribed to my show, please to my channel, please do, because I've got a whole bunch of videos coming up, especially of Nate flying the. Nate put on a pretty good show with the Draco the other day, so I'll post that video. And if you like and subscribe and all that stuff, you'll see that it's when I post new stuff. I have to get my my hat cam back going.
yeah, you have it.
I haven't, but let's see if I can get it done for this weekend. And then I'll start posting videos like crazy again. I've got over 3,000 videos on here. But
So Ray, let's see.
Trying to get more that work.
You said you'd get it.
No, I know what I said, but I also know that
5 weekends ago. This weekend.
I've had it for months.
This reflection looks like I hit the head with a baseball.
Looks like I'm all. Ugh. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm burnt too.
I'm burnt big time on my forehead. But you guys have a good week, and hopefully see you very soon. I might even do a live stream. Maybe I will. I don't. It depends. If I do it earlier in the day, it'll work on Saturday. But I'll talk to you guys later.
Okay, bye.
Adios.